To the sun. If there were occultists, no. Current situation on board. Any hopes of retaking the planet? Let's have us evacuate. Oh shit, I think I blew up the whole planet. Done. Once I do, we were right around here. Place my hand in. The metal claws drop on your hand, breaking your delicate corporeal flesh and releasing warm red liquid into its gullet. At the same moment, the image on the vid screen before you changes. With invalid protocol, the warp engine. Gesture to Vitru, what does this all mean? Sound your voice, Gadget, servant whose bronze-bound skeleton is built into the Gadget housing shutters. The streak its stall rotates towards you and then stops in that position. Never told a voice receptor. My hypothesis that the defect is located in the analysis blocker. I register a reaction to the signal, but no processed response. A temporary override is permissible. Shell has created a forged world unknown to me, initializing standard invocation of the machine spirit. Okay, so I touch some keys. Lord Captain, please, you will enter the machine spirit before we have removed the restrictions. What should I do? I now ask you to address the machine spirit. Speak the following command by authority or revoke the involuntary. Okay. Service the Omnissiah, make now an offering to be cleansed the data. Make now the offering of cleansed data trips to the machine spirit so that it may be filled with our true and collaborated data. May the Omnissiah have mercy on our souls. In meets solemnity, the acolytes offer up the cleansed data trips to the warp engine, one after another, repeating prayers of exhalation. After anointing the contacts with sacred unguents, Pascal inserts them into the consider slots. Your head begins to spin with the holy censers foul-smelling clouds of smoke, and from the loss of the blood on the cyber guardrail continues to drain from you, and the world swirls before your eyes. Let this mechanism await in renewed purity. Pascal enters a sequence of commands and raises his head, watching the vid screen. Suddenly, he stops at no. His fingers fly over the command runes, entering commands after command. The method dendrites clicking their pincers. Clicking their pincers, pull at one lever after another. The vid screen fills with strange symbols, completely incomprehensible to you, but clearly conveying something to the Magos. What's happening? After a second, one of the data trips mounted in the calculator begins to emit sparks. A moment later, another data trip does the same. The nets bursts into flames and gives off a burst of foul-smelling smoke. Around you, the Omnissiah servants break off their prayers, and someone bursts into frantic pleading. Mournful drates out. The mass errors in the warp sextant calculations destroying the data repositories. The offering did not appease the ship spirit. The warp engines cannot be filled with the motive force. We are trapped. A moment later, Mattis continues uncertainly. Perhaps an alternative. Rise in protocol or emergency launch of the auxiliary coils. The tech priest bends over the codsator, but something in his pose and movement reveals his desperation. While the other vid streams are filled with more and more strange symbols, the monitor in front of you blinks and the static image changes. Pascal is too engrossed in his ritual to notice. Read the information on the vid screen. Machine Spirit, can you hear me? Godseer servant creaks quietly in its joints, a sound that is drowned out by the binary hymns and the tapping of the command runes. Injury, rescue, query. Lord Captain Besso, obey me and start the warp engine. That's a non-executable request, Lord Captain, even if the voice receptor could interpret such a... Pastel's next vocalization does not unsensitize as he sees the vid stream begin to symbolize one after another. The streams frantically galloping across the green background are placed with stable images or regular updating status reports. Only one monitor remains inexplicably red. The tech priest Voss tracks wasn't shot, but his reports as clipped and clinical as ever. Registering warp sets to activation. Registering data stream stabilization. Registering 0 data errors found. Reporting the warp engine is ready for translation. After a pause, Pastel adds, I'm also reporting evidence indicating a Category 3 miracle fulfilling the Tractera. Thou shalt witness the mechanism and the toils and glorification of its function, and in defiance of deactivation. We're Captain Rev are here. The crew are almost finished carrying out the orders given earlier, and I just received confirmation that the engine from the engine halls. I don't know what you did, but the warp engine's up and ready to go. We're ready to begin the translation to the warp, your lordship. It's Lord Captain Tivan. Give the order to commence translation to the warp. Waiting for you to ascend the captain's throne. Yeah, we exterminatus the world. We have so many servo stalls. Alright, I finished chapter 1.
The Fon Valancia's flagship made its way out of the doomed star system. As the void shift plunged deeper into the Coronis expanse, the rogue trader's subjects bid a formal farewell to the late head of the dynasty, Theodora Fon Valancius.
Body's amazingly well preserved.
The crew gathered their strength and braced themselves for whatever was to come next.
Sending her into the reactor. Now give me the rest of her shit. Lord Captain, allow me to report our journey through the warp is coming to an end. Lady Navigator Rocio informs me that we have reached the point where we can translate to real space in the Forbonda system. The Lady Navigator and her pilots are awaiting your permission to begin the process. So this is home to Footfall, the only Imperium outpost with a functioning warp in the Throne's expanse. The tech priests are begging you to have mercy on the machines worn down by the warp and allow the servants of the Omnicide to inspect and heal the void ship's wounds in the dot. The prayers and rituals will take some time, which our asked by the choir will see to establish. We used to establish a connection with the prime worlds of your protectorate, Dodris, Janus, and Kiavadrama. Master Zachary Wise has recovered an invitation previously adrift in the Immaterium. The leads of Footfall has requested an audience with the road trader in the Van Valsius dynasty. According to the Master Zachariah, the message was tainted with shades of pleading. I quote, apparently the Liege is anxious to meet as soon as possible. the place where filth and sanctity go hand in hand. Reverend Harmonius Dolores will most likely expect a visit from me, I imagine. He will be interested in talking to you as well, Ignatius. I'll be leaving your void ship when we arrive in football, Ignatius. Once that is done, I can consider the Lord Inquisitor's task complete. Your Lordship, young Evelyn Winterscale has asked me to convey his gratitude for your hospitality for saving him from certain death. Not wishing to outstay his welcome, he plans to disembark at Footfall. Lord Evelyn swears he will not forget his debt to you. I hereby inform the Rogue Trader that during the comprehensive system inspection right, the unit discovered data clusters within the captain's cogitator. They are concealed from prying eyes by means of a personal cipher and a sacrament of algorithmic authentication. Unit Ignatius von Valicius has been added to the access list and assigned the identifier Keeper 2. Unit has access to the data that the captain's cogitator provided and has that he processes the decryption key. You detect a hint of something resembling curiosity in Pastel's mechanical voice. Thank you once again for rushing my Strahd, Rogue Trader. We will disembark in Football and the trail of evidence leads to the dots. It wouldn't hurt to pay the leaves of his as well. I am sure he will graciously extend his cooperation to the Astartes. Are you leaving us, Hendrix? The arrangement between Lord Inquisitor and your predecessor was that I be transferred to Footfall and no further. I dare not take advantage of your generosity and patience any more than I already have. What do we say we extend your stay in my retinue? Thank you for the offer, but I must decline. I am afraid my duty to the Jordan throne comes before anything else. Is there any assistance I could provide to you, Investigator? Right, it's more unlikely. We have a considerable amount of dirty and routine work ahead of us, such as checking cogitator logs and questioning the station's residents, including its less palatable individuals. None of it is worth the Rogue Trader's time, I assure you. Still, should circumstances change, I will absolutely welcome the aid of such a dependable ally. Who is this Reverend? He's the head of the Drusian mission of Footfall and one of the most prominent clergymen in the sector. Paying him a visit is a good thing for any loyal servant of the Empire to do. I assist his mission before I join Lady Theodora on her voyage. I need his blessing to accompany the new Rogue Trader of Von Valicius dynasty. If you wish to have me aboard your void ship, I request that we meet the Reverend Harmonius. The shed blood has washed over the taint of our bodies. It is only right that now wash our souls with the blessing of the servant of the Undying One. The Drusians, like the bloodspun web, are devoted to asceticism, rejecting wealth and luxury and surrounding themselves in his service. Through their trend though the tread is different than ours, the first spinner spoke to them with respect. Do you know anything about the Legion of Footfall? Is a very peculiar young man. Consider your upcoming conversation a baptism by fire in Footfall's political arena. Such things are not spoken out loud, but Lee Satar is a appointee of the Casabatala mission, the largest number of Baron tribes in the Talit system. They specialize in the cold trade and buying and selling of all kinds of Xenos rubbish. Footfall is previously run by a liege who did business with several criminal factions at once, and he suffered an accident. The reins of power were picked up by Torkara, whose appointment benefited not only the Casablanca, but also their most powerful ally in the Kronos Expanse, Rogue Trader Winterscale. Vladimir is a slippery yet very cautious fellow. He does not usually beat around the bush and does not play mind games. Perhaps more importantly, he is no fool. Fools do not rise high in the Casablanca hierarchy. Keep all this in mind. You are a Rogue Trader. You stand above him in status and you have considerable power. Having said that, history has seen cases where the Casablancan barons cross swords with Rogue Traders and emerge victorious. Do not forget that and remain vigilant. Vile tech thieves. Tell the Lady Navigator I give her leave to make the translation from the warp into real space. And inserting instructions, the master ship appears to change with her every word. The bridge is set in motion as hundreds of people start to prepare for the shift into real space. The measured chanting fills the corridors and safeguard the vessel and its crew. One more thing, Lord Captain. No one at the station knows that Lord Theodora's demise and you inheriting the title Liege Tatara will be informed. It is required so we can use the dot. And besides, he is expecting a personal audience with the rogue trader. He will not meet with an unknown person of unclear standing. However, there is still the matter of announcing your arrival. You can either arrive on the station with the proper pomp and ceremony, or choose to visit incognito. Officially as the road trader. It will be done, Lord Captain. With your gracious permission, I will return to my duties. Just in case. Or Bundas. Sound like a fucking Mad Max character. Towards us, judging by the fact that they're not responding to our hails and telemetry, show a trail of natural batteries. They're not here for a chinwag, ready to issue orders to prepare for battle. On my order, all stations ready for void combat. The natural cannons. Just trying to run. There. Don't know if we'll be able to make that one. can straighten back out that way. We should be fine. Yep. You're choosing to flee. I don't drop a fucking twerp in the water. And realign that way again. Just one dead. And bring it all the way around. Head to there. Fire the prow battery. And dead. Ancient machinery. Lord Captain, the station's airlocks have been sealed from the inside. A watch recording the station that the priesthood of the Altar Temporum Calit Sanctum have no desire to communicate with the late lady and are refusing access to the guest based on a Death's Matanza's privilege of invaultability, granting them sole jurisdiction over their sacred sites. We can board it. We're not going to yet. We have the flagship Drusius Blessing with a small escort dead ahead. They're requesting a direct VOD channel patching you through. Greetings, Lord Captain. I am honored to speak to the road trader of House von Velocius. May your name be known through the ages. Chartist Captain Ostor Thorfup, bearer of the free charter of the merchant fleet. How can I be of service? What's this squadron doing here? We are developed a supply route to Chartist. You see the ship is a representative of the merchant fleet and is part of the Imperium territory, yet we do not have a fixed charter-defined trade route. Our mission is to establish business contacts with voidfarers in need of regular ship repairs and those who are interested in specialized goods. I would like to take a look at your stuff. I would like torpedoes, please. Better class 1 drive. It's better than what we have. $45 to $55. Yep. Percent hit chance. Okay, so those are exactly the same. go. That on. So it's which? So Lance, that's the Prowl battery. Upgrade RAM, upgrade armor. Okay, so I have the best commander role. Master Cannoneer would be you. Master Maneuvers. So for the moment, you're right there. Actually, yeah. The completion of the ship's inspection. Except I need to fucking level her up so bad. Oh, I should have did that beforehand. Doodah, doodah. I'm a fucking idiot. All the doodah day. Welcome procession is not particularly long, but it does attract attention. Everyone is dressed in their finest apparel, every button gleaming, standing in front of the other. In others is a woman that clearly expensive implants. She bows in solemn courtesy. Road Trader, Footfalls welcome you on behalf of the Liege, Lord Velda Tatara. Allow me to express my joy at your arrival. The Liege awaits you at his residence, but should you have other business to conduct on our station, I'll be honored to serve as your guide. Someone's coming, and they're coming for us. Watch out, Lord Captain. Abelard sighs and casually places his hand on his weapon. Who's coming? Judging by voice, a lot of them angry. They've got teeth, but they aren't that sharp. Their strength is in their numbers. Pray, what are you talking about? What did you mean by such cryptic pronoun?
Hey, newcomers! How's this for a warm welcome? I'll make an example out of you. Crush him!
Go here. Abelard, please time me bring me their balls. You're gonna fuck them up.
Brace yourself, Abelard. Hold on.
Congrats, you just blasted your buddy.
Out of my way.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Y'all just fucked up. Fire. On you.
Was it you? Or
Fucking knocked me over. Jesus.
but of course.
Let's get to it.
Just a minor setback.
Ooh, that's a combat shotgun.
Scared yet?
Let's get to it.
Alright, Pascal, I need some fucking crowd control over here.
I've suffered worse.
Affected by an exploit after no one's affected by exploits yet. Pop some of them, thank you. Wait, if I can get multiple. Not really, if I just moved out.
Mercy and
If I just spread out, I mean.
As the
Right there,
clouds
actually.
roll,
Good.
Killing brings me no pleasure. Trust me.
Jump to there.
The shadows. Death is a blessing.
Let's make it quick.
Don't try and shoot my fucking dog.
Let's get to it.
Farewell.
My ears are ringing.
Don't know what got you, but okay.
Faith
Grab
without
them.
thee none can escape the Emperor's judgment. In thy light I stand, and
Drop
thy
that.
light I crave. As the Emperor...
Shit.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
One more. Damn it.
I know what is to come.
Into here.
Anything
Put
else?
that on you. Stream at him.
Will do.
Stats on her. What's she sitting at now? 5. Gotcha.
I'm here, maggot.
I can handle this.
Can you?
Now revert to more conservative tactics.
Charge the bitch. I need to give you a shield.
Setback.
Victory is imminent.
Out my way.
Time to prove my mettle.
Goes on her. Make her make a choice. Overheat. Pop you with that. Alright, cool. Side's relatively safe. Jump on in.
As honor or death, killing brings me no
It's the last one out right there.
Don't let your guard down.
Alright, fucking boomstick this
It's
fucker.
as good as done. Accept your lot.
Get up here.
I shall not fail. Come, the other side awaits.
Alright, no one drops. And protect me, they killed. Every time I warned them and they'd go, "Oh, dear Emperor, our Lord and Savior, how could this have happened? Who would have thought?" A gang of puny thuds attacked me. The Emperor's anointed road trader von Valsius. Such a poorly organized attempt on my life can only be seen as a personal affront. Yes. I would wager that this was an assassination attempt, or rather a common raid, the half of which had no idea they was running to you, Lord Captain. Still, it wouldn't hurt to be on our guard. The great have been known to fall to the pathetic. We can attest to this from our recent experience. Evelyn frowns and rubs the bridge of his nose as if fatigued. Your lordship, those guys, they were Alvars. They're a gang. They're the worst, I'm telling you. They're scared of no one, not even the lead Satara. He glances around like he's expecting more bandits to appear. Go and report this to your liege. Yes, I'm sorry, your lordship. I'll go and report this to my liege. Weighty at 7 to 11. Keep 2 of them on hand. You. Grab Tida Excellence. You need some ballistic steel. Actually, you need weapon steel so that we can use a force sword. Put it downfall. Melee weapon specialist. Don't take Overseer. Don't take the Raven. Alright, here. You. For sword. Finish looting some guys around here, and then we'll figure out what we're going to give you over there.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
You know, rulers. Okay. All right. Say they were light armor. 20% dodge. Also give you a shield even though you're not the best with it. As far as your melee weapon go, not your melee, your ranged weapon goes. Take that. This we're going to take the combat shotgun. It's a massive increase for us. For now. Two plasma pistols. That on. It's 15 armor. In the lower warp things. Anything else I want to put on you at the moment? Take that staff instead. Nope, we were just turned around the wrong way. Want to come over here and talk to this guy. Thought that priest stares at you unblinkingly, a breathingly mask concealing his gaunt features as stained in his hands is a sickly gray hue, while his augments show signs of combat damage and are plated in black chromium, giving him a general air of blood-brightness. Initializing identified procedures. It's usually identified as Lotus Optimum 22 and it is fully authorized authorized representative, structural part of the Cognizant's fleet, and the priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Access has been granted to the following options: information exchange, strengthening of diplomatic links, trade deals, donations. Initializing official greeting procedure for esteemed high-value visitors. Glorious success to House von Valesius. The Binaric aria begins to flow from the street spots attached to the tech priest, requesting information exchange regarding contractual obligation, Lodgedor Theta. Short series of binary streaches. I want a trade deal. All right. $1,000, so heretical trophies. Some ship components around here somewhere. Ah, we're 50 off. All right. Pick up that. Target hit with this weapon must pass an agility resistance test or become immobilized for 1 round. At the end of the turn, the affected target. So neutralize they. So it's a kind of knock them on their ass kind of thing. And the Deadeye Shower reduces the enemy's deflection by 1. These gloves allow the wearer to parry melee attacks with their ranged weapon using their ballistic skill instead of weapon skill. Pick up all of it just in case. Just good shit down in here, though. That power axe. The plasma's interesting. There should be a quest you want me to do. Seek friendship with the Mechanicus. Priest of the Mechanicus interested in considering expedition cooperation with the Road Trader under the terms of the Treaty of Mars is willing to provide services to the Von Valchis dynasty. The priority of the service task to be raised if diplomatic links are strengthened. Any samples of sacred technology, samples of profane technology, miscellaneous items, reminder, storage duty. Okay. Why do you want information about planets? Basically, so that way they can go there and take their shit. I don't remember the code for that.
Just as I planned.
Set the goods. Sighted Raven, key characteristic. Sighted frame, the Sighted Raven gauge plus 20% roll power and plus 50% maximum wounds. Ooh, already coming in clutch.
Something.
Add that to the cargo. Ah.
That wasn't so difficult.
The Holywood by the altar, the Void custom guy, he's always on duty. Guess what? Hanger by the window, remember the bow to the Emperor. Another leaflet. Volume 3.
That's how it's done.
Alright, so it's 3.
Dos, not dawdle.
Five. So I think it's like 3, 5, 4. Just guess what, 4? Inner window. About the statue of the Emperor.
Is there money to be made?
Three, 5, 4.
I always keep my options open.
3, 5, 4, 1. Three, 5, 4, 1. Auto guns can go there. Boots to wear +3 dodge until the end of combat for each side power they use stats. Draw +5 bonus to lower Xenos. All adjacent allies. That's not come in handy. TD0 discharge was interrupted by the raid launched by Avenues. Furthermore, one card container serial number was stolen along with its contents.
I always have a backup plan.
Don't mind me. Tips are BD's helmet. The wearer gains +15 coercion. The wearer is the arbiter. They gain +20 coercion instead. Thank you, Bird. +50 perception deals 150% more damage. We're probably don't know what that one actually. And their allies are immune to damage from the wearer's grenades. That's fucking nice. Oh, it's Cyber Eagle.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Off we go. Ooh, the atrium.
Keep your wits about you.
Ooh, already some goods to steal. Steal. Advanced medkits. I'll take it.
I am forever astonished that Reverend Hieronymus makes do with that shoe in the atrium for his sermons. Footfall has several temples, far more befitting his status.
The Drusians are a unique order. They teach people to be content with little, and they follow that principle themselves.
You have an offer to say about that?
I always get the job
Town
done.
appeared to be back when the station was founded, when it was assumed that Footfall would become a wondrous place. Pascal, if you would.
Successful.
Experience?
This is intriguing.
Nothing matters more.
What is that? Great sword.
The whispers told me how.
Wounds injured in the take. This man was brutally murdered. The letters. Okay. Ah, it's that.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Open that up, Pascal.
Orbital is blessed with multifunctionality.
Put down all the flyers.
Is there money to be made?
Pleasant trousers closed on several harried-looking individuals. Some of their faces are smeared with fresh blood. The angry cries and twisted faces leave no doubt a massacre is about to take place. Just tuck their throats already. Or were we thinking letting that ship dock at Footfall? They're all stricken. No, no cutting. We got their blood on us. We will be tainted too. Better burn them. Be quiet, Chandra. A priest clad in simple black raiment touched through the crowd like a void ship crossing the sky. You bear cast judgment on others. What arrogance to think you have the right. Judge starts at the sight of the elderly priest. That's Reverend Hymatius. Surprised he's decided to intervene in the street's trouble. Watch in silence. Reverend, but these are heretics, real heretics. So their whole planet is played. Folks say that they all died over there, and why is that, huh? Because they're heretics, and the Emperor punished them. We're no heretics. One of the people surrounded by the crowd raises his chin. We ran from the heretics, barely escaped with our lives, and there was no plague on our planet. One of the arch enemy's minions, a whole army of them. He spits on the ground. And if you want to blame anyone, blame those who abandoned the world, blame the governor, blame the Tet priest, blame the master of Kieva Dama, who forsake it in its darkest hour. Several dozen days is born to you. And who are you supposed to be? I'm a road traitor. The rabble-rouser expresses changed completely and make a clumsy attempt to bow, then trample to their knees. Your lordship, I'm sorry. You publicly announce your identity when you arrived on Footfall. I do not recognize you. You see, it's your first time on Footfall and we didn't know. We were just rooting the heresy here. They're scrawny ones. They're from the ship who came from the bowels of Tron's expanse. They got plagued. They're mutants. Now they're come spreading the rot everywhere. That taint, they're all... Silence. You must be completely out of your minds. A band of woefully dim-witted reprobutes who think themselves bringers of justice. Who are you to pass judgment on anyone? All you ought to be doing is suffering and repenting till the end of your days. And what's so wrong with that, Reverend? We just want to put these heretics to death. We're not heretics. The haggard man is on the verge of tears. We're refugees. I swear it on the Golden Throne, we served the Imperium faithfully until they hung us out to dry. We were the protectors. Where were the protectors that were meant to shield the lands of humanity from nightmares? Traitors. Traitors and heretics, a lot of them. You remember running through the crowd and people would gawk at you, at the priest, at the wretched group huddling in the center. Better have proof to back that up. What proof do I need? The Metro Sierra Gamma used to be a prosperous world. My family transported goods from there for generations, and then they came. They butchered, tortured, sacrificed an entire blot to the darkness. We were on our ship up in orbit, and all those messages started coming in. Half the wardens down there joined them right away, and they even reached us in our ship with some blight that made half our crew take their own lives. We barely escaped. We barely made it here. Why? Why did this happen to us? Wonder what this is all about. Is our planet really under attack, or did some devious opportunists send these slanderers here to undermine the might of the Von Valchius dynasty? Who could it be, I wonder? This one guy, I bet you've heard of him. His name's Conrad Valder von Valchius. He ran from us not too long ago and having his ass handed to him. After having his ass handed to him, he must be itching to get even. Even by besmirching the dynasty to which he belongs and supremacy over which he laid claim. He is scum, but he is no idiot. No, I think this is something else. There are many who wish to weaken House von Valchius. Either that, or it's just simpler. Those who aren't laying their lives and their planet was captured by heretics. The rest of it they made up themselves. I can sense darkness in their past. I may not be an expert in Conrads, but their schemes. But when it comes to things like this, I know what I'm talking about. Comply or face consequences. None of the people dare defy you. They back away carefully, trying not to look at you. Refugees used an interruption to make off to the direction of the dead Alpha Row. The urgent self-righteousness of the malefactor appreciates its head disapprovingly. Then I shift you. I am Reverend Haman Dolaris, head of the Drushian mission here on Footfall. I thank you for stepping in. Please come see me when you have time. We can talk then. Oh, holy shit. The Emperor protects. Bow your head and say nothing. His gaze bores into you as if trying to penetrate your thoughts. You must be the young Von Valchius. The name carries weight, and it is a burdensome one. His reputation suggests that Theodora encumbered it was many transgressions. I wonder, will you seek to shed them, or will you carry them onward, picking them up along the way like ripe fruits and savoring the sweet poison? Put my faith in the Emperor. Get some bonus points from this fucking guy. Well then, twice as vigilant, for this scepter will seize any chance to test your faith. Greetings, sister. I congratulate you on your return. Was your pilgrimage fruitful? I was, Reverend. Let it be known to you that Theodore von Valchia's ship was attacked by Servants the archenemy who appall the heart and the righteous soul. She says merely hissing with fury. Nearly hissing with fury. And not all of them met a fitting end. Some fled, and more than that, their blasphemous words were clearly pointed to this attack being part of a larger design. Reverend Hamesh, I wish to join the esteemed road traders true and help protect the Von Valchia's dynasty from the force of the arch enemy. I am divesting myself of the responsibility of guarding footfall's reliquary. Magenta stood by my side during the assault on the ship, and I should use her assistance. Follow the call of your soul, sister. The football reliquary will be preserved even without your contribution, as it was all these years preceding your arrival. I know what it is to called you to the road trader, Sergeant. You seek combat if it helps to TP, for it helps you to forget how hollow and worthless our lives truly are. It offers the illusion of meaning. Perhaps you will relinquish the illusion one day, or perhaps you will die before that day comes. Regardless, I wish you luck on the new path. But before you start the path towards your new destiny, I have a request to make of you and your companion. Many of my flock are from the poorest, most disposed people of Footfall. They brought me troubling news that Footfall's shadow quarters, the darkest corners where the lead wardens do not venture. Taint has taken root. Footfall is consumed by the profanity, but even here, true heresy serving the arch enemy, it is a rarity. The cultists who now dwell in the shadow quarter mark their abodes with the sun and strive with the blue and gold, and perform strange rituals in secret. The weak find solace in believing these reports to be rumors, but I will know evil lurks all around us, and I wish to see retribution. Trust heresy surprising often these days. Indeed, dark times are upon us, and wretched souls grow even more eager to embrace heresy, both on Footfall and elsewhere. And follow buds are coming to bloom. Troubling news is arriving from many planets. There are whispers of wicked things taking place in Kivia Gamma, and just recently a transport ship by the name of Navis, teeming with refugees, arrived on Footfall from Winterscale's realm. Their roads are stricken with blasphemous sedition, and such was its severity that they had to flee to save themselves. The League refuses to accept them, and they headed for Foulstone, a desolate cloister for the righteous. It was wise of them not to linger in the den of vileness. We'll verify this rumor. With great pleasure. I almost wish for rumors to be true. My heart yearns for battle, to battle some heretics. This is where I bid you goodbye, sister, noble Ignatius. Is there more you wish to ask? To do it on Footfall. Thought I could trade with you. Aha, there it is. Jewelry. Ancient Psyker. Fucks are expensive. So owner plus 50 bonus to Lore Imperium. First use of an attaching navigator power per turn does not set the power on cooldown, does not count towards the attack limit per turn. The second use of the power or the use of a different attack navigator power on the same turn deals an additional +6. I'll grab that too, just in case. All right, let's look here. Just 15 to 20. Confusing. Mm. 7 to 11. Nine to 12. It could be an absolute fuck. Just dual shotguns. We'll give it a shot. I don't see how it's gonna work out, but we'll give it a shot.
Just as I planned. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
But we're not talking there for right now.